But today we're going to sit down and we're going to start talking about how to get the right gauge for your shawl or your knitting project. I have 2 different shawls here that I'm going to show you today. And each of them are the same yarn. They're both done with DK. They're both done with Southern DK. 2 totally different gauges. And we're going to go ahead and take a look. Hey everyone, it's Jenna, and today I thought I'd take us outside. It's finally some nice weather. It's not snowing, which is a good thing, and it's also not like insanely hot and humid. So I thought I'd come outside, take a little bit of advantage of the weather out here. When you're knitting a shawl, what is it that you're looking for? Are you looking for drape? Are you looking for lacy and airy and everything like that? Are you looking for a nice, solid, warm, and cozy shawl that you can just wrap yourself in and be uber comfy, right? Well, how you do that, a lot of it depends on your needle gauge and how you're knitting. So, what we're going to look at today is not only how does the type of yarn impact your gauge and how structured your knitting is, but it'll also talk about how your knitting needle size can impact all of this. It's really fun to sit here and to take a look at our different knittings and kind of see how we're going with it all and how nice it can be to structure something loose or tight, depending. Oops, sorry about that. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea to go outside. We've got a storm kicking up here, so bear with me. When you're broadcasting outside, anything can happen, right? So let's go ahead and take a look. One of the shawls that I've been knitting right here, it does not bring me joy anymore. I have been knitting this for a while, and I'm knitting it on Southern DK. And if any of you are yarn subscribers, you know this was like February of last year's color, I believe. It came with a little pink a yellow bunny stitch marker. Okay, so this is one I'm mid-row in this because, again, it wasn't bringing me joy. I wanted to stop. So, see the gauge on that? See that? It's not as airy. The eyelets here, the increases. Whoopsie. Let me get that a little bit better for you guys. The increases. Let me put my glasses. Y'all are just like, can you please go back inside? There we go. Now I can see. The increases, as you can see there, they're nice and uniform and everything, but they're not really big. It's not going to be a really drapey one. You know why? Because I'm knitting on a smaller needle. I am knitting on a Chowgu 5. Okay? I'm knitting on a 5. Now let's take a look for a second. Let's look at the other shawl. Water break. Let's take a look at the other shawl. Now this shawl, I think, was January of 2024. It was that yarn from the box. Okay? And I love it. Love both of these. Both of these shawls I have probably frogged 4 or 5 times, and that's okay. That is totally okay because the yellow one's about to get frogged again. This one is about to get turned into a hat, to be quite honest. Ooh, weather's picking up. I'm going to have to do this quickly because the storm's coming in. So this one, if you can tell, it's drapier. It's flowier, okay? It's the same yarn. It's Southern DK. It's the same yarn. If we want to look, we can see the eyelets are a little bit bigger, okay? They're just a little bit bigger in there, okay? They're a little bit looser. It's a little bit drapier, okay? This one is not getting frogged. I have frogged this one enough. I was practicing a garter tap cast on. And so I kept undoing it and redoing it and undoing it and redoing it. But see, this one's just a lot more drapey and yummy. This one's on a 5. Not really all that. Of course, it's shorter, but it's not really all that drapey and yummy. This one, drapey, yummy, wonderful. Okay. Now let's take a look at the needle size on this one. Thankfully, I have my glasses on. This is a Chow Goose 7. Okay. US 7 or 4.5 millimeter. I love Chow Goose. I love Chow Goose stainless steel needles. And I'm just going to have to hold this. There we go. I love Chow Goose stainless steel needles. No, I'm not an affiliate or anything. I just love their needles. Yes, because of them being stainless, they can be a little slippery. So careful with that. If you drop stitches like I do, want to be a little probably extra careful. But I love these needles. They are just fabulous because they just slide across the yarn. But do you see the gauge going up just that 1 or 2 needle sizes from a 5 to a 7 has made all the difference in the world in the way this one drapes. And I am really looking forward to being able to wear this when it's done. Of course, I'm going to wear it right now for a minute or two. There we go. Let's see. It's in the round right now, so you can't really tell because I'm in the middle of a round or in the middle of a row. But there we go. It is a lot more drapey, a lot more comfy, and just a lot more everything than the 5. Okay. The 5 would make a wonderful dense hat. So I don't know why I chose the 5 for this. So you want something more lacy. If I were really doing open work lace, I might even go down to a 3 for DK. Really? I might even go up to a 9. I might even go up to a 9. Now, for socks in DK, I am totally going to end up doing like a 3 because I'm probably going to do a needle size of 3 or 2 when I do socks on DK because I love the nice, really tight gauge for house socks, and I love house socks in DK because to me it's so nice and comfy and cozy. So for me, I'm doing DK socks in a smaller needle. Shawls, I could even go up, like I said. This is DK. I could even go up if I do more lace work. I probably would have gone ahead and gone up and done a 7. I probably would have done a 9. If I'm doing worsted, I would have probably gone up a little bit more too. And it just adds to the drape. It's just the drape and the texture. So try it out. See what you like. Don't judge my garter tab cast on because don't judge that. Don't judge a shawl by its garter tab because I'm still working on those. And you know what? Guys, we see so many people on the internet and they are knitting 100 things a day. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. They're knitting so much and they are, everything is like picture perfect. It's okay. We're humans. We don't have to do everything picture perfect and we don't have to do everything so fast. And slow down. Enjoy your knitting. Take some time with it. It's okay to do all that. You don't have to worry. Nobody's judging your knitting, and if they do, they don't need to. Anyways, thanks so much for watching me and my table umbrella here, and joining me while I talked a little bit about shawl gauges. And yes, I know I should probably frog that back because it's a little uneven there. This is definitely getting frogged. But that's the importance of gauge. Okay, or I should say of needle gauge. Okay, and with shawls, you make them as airy or as light as you want to, or as dense and as heavy and cozy and comfy and squishy as you want. It's your item. You do exactly what you want to with it. And if you don't like it, guess what? You can always just rip it out. That's all. Just rip it out if you don't like it. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I look forward to talking to you next week.